Now, can you hear me? Now, can you hear me? Yes. No feedback. I'm clear. Everybody else is turned off. Yes. Yay. All right, let's get started. So I have totally gone, your picture is sideways. Thank you. I was wondering about that. I think I can fix that. You don't want to look at me sideways? Craig, wherever you are, I want to be there. All right. Yeah, I'm upright. Yeah. All right. 6. Yes, better, better, better. Claire, can you hear me now? Good. Okay. From here, let's see, we got a couple more. Everybody's in. All right, let's get on to the groove. So I kind of went against the grain and wore everything that you're not supposed to wear for a Zoom meeting, but whatever. It's all about breaking the grain right now. So happy Wednesday. Just start in a comfortable seated position and let's take a couple of deep breaths. Feel your sit bones root. We're gonna kind of go in, it's midweek. We're gonna do strengthening today, and we're gonna take it really slow. But I want you to just define like the strength and the support in your breath, because it'll be very valid for today. That ability to really breathe deep. And here's the deal, we say take a breath or find your breath. It never leaves you, right? You never have to actually take a breath. It is always there with you, right? So the idea is we are full in technology these days. If your breath, it is the back program of the computer, right? Nothing will run without it. So even though things, and you might be trying to follow along with me and figure it out, at the end of it, we need the breath to really cultivate this container of the information going into the body. Information for stretches and strengthenings and the contraction and expansion of the body. And that's how we really start to honor this physical vehicle. So just listen to your breath. Just listen to your breath. A lot of times we try to create some kind of magic breath, and I say this quite a lot because I mean it. It is magic from the full source. Good. So become aware and listen to it. You can start to move around the head and neck. We're very much going to get into the core and the shoulders. I played with the sequence yesterday, and I will tell you I'm a little achy today, but it makes me feel like I'm alive. Let's kind of move into that achiness. Bring the hands to the heart. We'll lift your sternum. Take a deep breath in and exhale, bow the head to the fingertips. I want you to feel the palms really press into one another. You really get that action. And from here, pull the low belly back. It's almost like you're doing a little bit of a cat pose here in this seated position. Feel the protraction, right? The drawing away of the shoulder blades. And then you're going to press down through the sit bones. It's a little bit of retraction, like you're drawing your shoulder blades together. Come back up. And we're just going to do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale. Feel the rounding. And we're playing a lot with this kind of cat position today. Inhale, lift back up. Just do it a couple more times on your own. Exhale. If you find a spot you're like, ooh, there's something start to talk to it through the breath. Don't be afraid to kind of shift an inch or two to find something else. Now, this linear practice of yoga really helps to keep us safe, but I mean, all of you have been practicing for a while to understand your body to kind of just don't be afraid to explore an inch or two, and I'll give you lots of options to kind of do that as we move deeper into the practice. And then come back to center. Deep breath in. Good. Exhale everything out. Let the head release. Bring the hands down. Gently let the eyes kind of flutter a bit. And then inhale, lift your gaze. Good. So from here, we're going to come to hands and knees. And we're going to play in the shoulders a little bit. So easy table, right? So we've done this 100 times. And your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. And what I really want you to focus on today, and it's a simple movement, but this wrapping of the triceps towards the back of the mat. It's like you're trying to turn the inner elbow towards the front of the mat, right? And just exaggerate. So when you don't, the elbows go out to the side, right? They go out to the side, totally different, it's not wrong. But what we want to feel is the arm bones plugging into the shoulder socket. And don't be afraid to kind of turn the fingertips out, right? Or take the hands a little wider, play in your shoulder blades. And then I want you to draw the low belly in, start to feel cat position, right? Push the hands away and hug the upper arms in and just hold here. Let your neck release. This is like our first shape. So it's a core contraction. You can even press the feet down. And we played with this yesterday, right? Last night, I think. You can lift your knees a little bit. Maybe just hold in that space. If it's too much, bring the knees back down and really just emphasize. So when you've kind of hit your limit, trust that you probably have enough right there. So see if you can go into it. Good. And then release. Come into the cow, the tailbone draws up. Curl your toes under. Just shift your hips back to your heels. Let your head release. So starting to open up and stretch the feet. Good. Press through the thumb and the index finger, and then come into your first down dog. Take your time here. You're going to pedal the legs. You can paw the hands. And the same thing is, I want you to really kind of emphasize this wrapping in the upper arms. Good. Now from here, I want you to keep your hands glued to the floor. All you're going to do is start to walk your feet forward a little bit to get a little deeper of a stretch into the hamstrings. Now, the hamstrings are tight. Bend your knees. Really keep the hands pressing into the mat. And find this long line of energy from the wrist to the tailbone, moving up, and then from the sit bones to the heels, moving down as you press your inner thighs back. And I'm even showing it. I can press my inner thighs back without bending my knees. Really get into those inner abductor muscles. And then if you can, take another inch or two forward. So we're really playing into the hamstrings here, right? Through the arms, right? Once again, don't force the knees to go straight or the heels to come down. Just a couple deep, deep, deep breaths. And through the breath, we're kind of looking for these opportunities. Let your neck release. Good. From here, you're going to start to walk the feet out to a longer down dog. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale slowly, come down to your knees. So this is the first little vinyasa play that we're going to do. So I want you to draw the tailbone down. Right? And from here, all we're going to do is retract and protract your shoulders. So protract, right? Draw them away from each other. There's that cat position. Keep your arms straight. Hug the arms in. Retract, drop your chest to the floor, right? Inhale, up. Exhale, down. That was 2. Do 3 more. Inhale. Keep the arms as straight as you can. Navel drawing in. Try to keep that as you sink the shoulder blades together. And we'll take 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 1 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now hold them down. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Exhale, right hand comes down, press through the fingertips, push up, draw down, lift your left arm up, bring it back down, push up, draw the chest down. Right arm up, open up the chest, push up, draw down, left arm up. We'll do 1 more round. Come on down, up and down. Right arm, last time here. Open, push up, come down, and then open. Come down, push up. Good. Shift back to down dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. You're gonna step or hop your feet forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Draw the low belly in. Exhale, forward fold. Circle the arms out and up, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, palms come into the heart. So feet can be hip bone distance apart, or the big toes can be together. And then from here, I want you to push the palms in, and you're gonna find that same kind of protraction that you're playing with when you're sitting on the ground, right? So the shoulder blades draw together. It's like you're drawing the pubic bone to the belly button and the belly button up to the heart. Okay? It's usually the shape that we never want to take, but we're using it intentionally today. And then I want you to draw shoulders back and lift up from that place. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower the knees, hug the elbows in, lower the chest and the chin. So your tailbone's still up in the air. So we're playing the chin, chest, chest, chin. And then slowly stretch the toes back and come up into cobra. Okay? Make any adjustments through Sphinx if you need to. Hug the elbows in. Press the tops of the feet down. Good. Curl your toes under first. Take your sit bones back to your heels. Elongate the spine. Press through the inner edge of your hands. And then lift up, down dog. 5 breaths. The breath is always there for you. Always there for you. It's a conscious choice to come back to it. Okay. You can always take another shape other than down dog, if need be. And I was just starting on the scar A. We're going to do 2 more. Start to look forward. At the end of your exhale, step or hop. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Stand up. Palms come to the heart. Once again, kind of play with that really active pressing. Chin towards the chest. Open up through the back of the heart. And then push the hands up to find length. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Now, I didn't tell you, but I want you to step back with whatever leg does not feel natural. So for most of us, it's the left. You're gonna come to plank. Shoulders over the wrist. Knees come down. Hug the elbows in. You're wrapping that tricep. Chest to the floor, chin to the floor. Tailbone lengthens back as you lift your heart and chest, knees, chest, chin. It just gets into the back a little more. And then exhale, curl the toes under. Sit onto the heels so they get a stretch. Push into the palms and then lift into your down dog, 5 breaths. Can you really feel the work of wrapping your triceps to the back of the mat? Let your neck hang. And then I want you to hug the outer hips in while you press the inner thighs back. 3 more breaths. Good. You'll look forward. End of the exhale. Step or hop your feet. Press into the shins, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Let the neck release. Circle the arms out and up. Reach up to the sky. We'll play with that variation. Palms coming together. Rounding just in the upper back, finding that protraction. Tailbone draws in, navel towards the spine. And then go the exact opposite way. It sure don't look pretty in protraction. All right, so let's find the length. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Plant the hands, step back with your favorite leg to plank. One more, knees, chest, chin. Knees come down. Hug the elbows in. Chest between the hands. And then coil through, shoulders away from the ears. Hug the elbows in. Draw the navel to the spine. Curl your toes under. Shift the hips back to the heels. Down dog, 5 breaths. Stay just for a moment. So we've been getting into the hips. So from here, the feet are hip bone distance apart. I want you to lift your right leg up. Open up the hip and really twist underneath your right arm. Okay? So continuation of the play we've been doing. Normally, like it's different. Sometimes linear, we keep our shoulders squared. But I want you to play with this side stretch. So you're looking underneath your right armpit. And then slowly see if you can bring your right knee down towards that left leg to feel more of this lateral stretch through the right side. Just breathe into that. One more full breath. Good, you're gonna look forward and you're gonna step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Bring your left knee down. And I want you to bring your right hand to your right knee and sink forward. Breathe. You can start to twist open towards the right. Make sure that left hand is underneath your left shoulder. Low belly draws in. And then you can shift back. Start to turn your right toes up so you come into that half splits. And let's go back a couple times. So shift forward, sink, open, twist, come back. Bow. You can come up onto your fingertips, or if you want to grab a pillow to kind of raise the floor, do so. And then move with your breath. Good. We'll take one more time. Good. And then from here, bring your right hand down, pull your right leg back. Table. Big breath in. And we're gonna, same vinyasa we did before. I want you to sink the shoulder blades together and then round them up. Sink them down, round them up. Sink them down, keep the arms straight. Push up, and we'll add the arms. So lower, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Push up, protraction, retraction. Left arm lifts. Open up, really press through those right fingertips. Come back down. Push up. It's simple movement, but after repetition, we're really starting to strengthen this group of muscles in the upper back to support the neck. Left arm lifts. Come back down. Push up. Sink down. Push up or lift up. And then come back down. Left side, last one. And this is all really good chaturanga work, arm balance work, stability strengthening work. Good. Now from here, curl the toes under. Press back to down dog. Left leg's gonna lift. Start to twist. Look underneath the left arm. See if we can lower the left knee a little bit this time. Find something different to let the breath fall into. Lots of change around us, but your breath can always be that consistent in a space to come back to. Good. You square the hips. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. So you're in a wide, low lunge. Left hand comes to the knee. Right hand right underneath the shoulder. You can start to sink, open up the chest. So we're twisting a little bit towards that left side of the mat. And then pull it back. Go for the hamstring stretch. Right? Make sure, especially if you're really mobile in the back of the knee, that you're pressing the left heel into the ground. Right? It creates this active stretch. And just flow with your breath. Couple more. Good. And then we'll pull the leg back, our last round of work in the shoulders. So 3 just protraction, retraction, and then 3 on each side, left and right. So sink and keep the arms nice and straight, low belly lifting, round up. Starting to really feel that scapula connection. And the scapulas are amazing. They're like your angel wings, right? They're sliding over tendons and tissues. Give this great amount of mobility to the upper body. So as you sink down, lift the left arm, come back down, push up, sink down, lift the right arm, push up, sink down, inhale, exhale, inhale, sink down, inhale, arm lift, exhale, arm down, inhale, lift. Good. 2 more, or 1 more on each side, right? Feels right. It doesn't need to be exact. It just needs to feel good. Good. And then breathe. Curl the back toes under. Send your weight back. Keep the arms reaching forward. Press through the thumb and the index finger. Inhale, pull forward, curl the toes under, down dog. Good. This time the big toes are going to come together. And your right leg's going to lift. Open up at the hip. Play with that twist. Dropping the right knee. Okay. The more we kind of go into it, the different things we can kind of find in sensation. And these poses are about sensation. It's not about destination of what they're supposed to look about. It's like what you feel and breathe in the moment. It's all we can capture. Good. Square the hips forward. Step the right foot forward. Bring your left heel down. Windmill up, warrior two. So we're going to do a little work in the shoulders in warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Lift up through your torso. And take the arms out. Open up through the chest. Your left arm's going to come behind you. And then feel free to use your right hand to gently bring it. You can hold the waistband on that right hip. If you can, see if you can get your fingertips on that inner right thigh. And the idea is I want to now twist, open my chest towards that edge of the mat that's in front of me. Sink a little deeper. Reach through the right fingertips. Steady gaze here. Turn the right palm up. And then just start to reach the right arm up as you sink deeper into that right thigh bone. Okay, so try not to collapse in the right hip. See if you can really lift the right hip up and reach this arm up. And just breathe. Keep pressing into the right heel. And then the outer left edge. And then just settle in. The last little kind of accoutrement is draw your front rib cage in. Right? Start to feel this area between the belly button and the pubic bone shorten a little bit. Right? So the tailbone's going down. 3, 2, 1. Good. Release the arms. Big breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Just go for a wide leg stance. So the feet are parallel to the short ends of the mat. Low belly draws in. Hug the outer hips in. Nice deep breath. And then gently start to walk the fingertips back. Try not to lose the extension through the spine. You'll shift into that nice deep forward fold. Lift the head and shoulder, or lift the shoulders so the neck can hang. If you're far away from the floor, just for these last 5 breaths, take your feet a little wider. If your head's closer to the floor, take your feet a little closer. Right? So adjust to the moment. All right. Inhale, halfway up. Walk back to the top of your mat. Left knee comes down. Sink deep into the lunge. Really open up through that left hip flexor. Pull back, sink deep into the half splits. And if you want to round here today, that's okay. Chin into the chest to really feel that stretch through the spine. And then shift forward. And then from here, we're going to pull your right knee back. So different work. So the wrists are right underneath your shoulders. I want you to walk your knees back slightly. Low belly draws in, toes curl under. Press your heels back, plank. Bring your knees down gently. That's 1. 4 more. Upper arms hug in, low belly in, lift. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Slowly come down. 2. Squeeze outer hips in. 3. Draw your tailbone towards your heels. 2. Navel towards your spine. 4. And 1 more. 5. Slowly come on down. Wouldn't be that nice? Wouldn't that be nice if that was the only thing we're going to do here? No. So draw your low belly in. Shift your shoulders in front of your wrists. Draw your chin to your chest. Tap the crown of your head down, lift back up. Ooh. Okay. Chest forward, low belly in, hug the elbows in, tap the crown of the head down, lift back up. One more round. Low belly draws in, shift the shoulders forward, hug the elbows in, tap the crown of the head down. Sit back, extended child's pose for a breath. Good, hands come to the mat. Curl your toes under. Good old down doggy. And we will get some back bending in because we're not doing our cobras or up dogs quite as much, but I'm saving it for the end. Here you go. Left leg left. Play with that hip opening. Twist in the shoulders and then see what happens when you drop the knee down and just move it around. Good, square the hips. Step the left foot forward, warrior two. You get the foundation so you can get really more present in the arms and the shoulders. This time the right hand will come. Honor any shoulder kind of impingements. I know my right shoulder just doesn't open this way as much, so adjust, right? You have nothing to prove, especially in your living room. From here, especially if you don't have the hand there, the idea is we want the femur bone to go down and the torso to lift. You'll reach the left arm out, open the palm up towards the ceiling. Draw the low belly in, and then extend up. So the right shoulder is dropping down, and the left arm is lifting, but try not to have that arm up. And then there's the rotation towards your back leg. So you feel that little upper twist. Low belly draws in. Sometimes it's really effective to see yourself. Other times, just close your eyes and feel sensation. If you're feeling something, you're doing work. You're doing work. We want to be in that kind of uncomfortable work because that's, you know, where the change is happening. The strengthening is building. Good, breathe. One more full breath here. Good, and push up, parallel the feet. This time the hands are gonna interlace behind the back. Open up the chest. Outer hips hug in. Play with that same variation you did. If the head was far away from the floor, go wider. If you're closer, bring it in. Heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Breathe into the upper back. Right? The idea is I want you to feel the neck hanging. Like there's so much structure and support in the legs that you really get this articulation of each vertebrae releasing. Right? Feel free to shift from left to right. Just be here for about another 20 seconds. Right? It's yours. It's yours to have. It's your pose. To be in, to breathe in, to explore. And there's so many areas of the body where you can really send your attention. Notice where it naturally wants to go. One more full breath here. Good, the hands are gonna come down to the floor. From here, you'll walk to the top of your mat. Bring your right knee down, sink forward, deep into that lunge. Left hand will come to the left thigh. Feel that depth into that lizard shape. Each time we kind of want to walk and knock on the next door and then pull it back, chin into the chest if you want to feel a different kind of essence. Left heel roots down and presses down to get that hamstring to activate. Good. And then you're going to shift forward. Pull the knee back. Table. Knees walk back a little bit. And now, even if you're like a chaturanga master, these are really good kind of tools to really refine it. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees, straighten the legs. With control. Lower, right? And the slower you lower, the more work you're getting in the abdominals and the trunk of the body. Just 2 more, because we're going to add on to the chaturangas. And lower. Right? If you can only do 1 or 2 of these today, that's fine. You do what you can, and that's where the growth is. Now from here, chin into the chest, shoulders in front of the rest, pull the low belly in, elbows hug in, tap your crown of the head to the floor. And we'll do that 2 more times. Chin in, down. It gives you the measurement of the shoulders and helps hug the arm bones in. 1 more, low belly in, hug in. Good, press back up. Now you can do 3 more of those, or working towards the actual chaturanga. Chest, chin, lift forward. Shoulders forward, low belly in. Feel that cat in the low back. Chaturanga, push back up, stretch back. 4 more. Low belly in. Hug the elbows in. Don't go lower than the elbows. If you do, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. But maybe even go an inch, right? Just to feel the weight, right? And not collapsing in the low back, right? So the importance of that cat in the low back, tailbone in, chest forward. 1 more, you got this. Good, shift it back. Deep breath, exhale. And release. Good, come into down dog. Last work in the standing wave. Right leg's gonna lift, open up the hip. You can drop the knee. If you want a wild thing, you can put a wild thing in there. Are we back on? Sorry. Good. Step your right foot forward. And breathe. Warrior 2. This time, exhale, reverse. Good. And then we're going to come to wide leg stance. So standing upright to start. The heels are going to draw in. So we're coming into the goddess squat. Sink on down. Start to lift your pubic bone up. From here, all I want you to do is take both arms up. Exhale. Try to reach down towards the outside of your right foot. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Reach down towards the outside of the left foot. Come back up. 2 more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Take the feet wide. Fold. Relax through the neck for a moment. Good, and here's our last little add-on. So you're gonna walk to the top of the mat. Plant your palms. Bring your right knee down, or sorry, your left knee down. And you're gonna shift back and forth. Just like we've been doing. Good, and then pull your right leg back. And come to table. I want you to take your left knee back. Or left leg back and straighten that leg. Press through the palms. And then from here, slide your right knee forward. Low belly draws in. We're gonna do 3 rounds. Let's see how this goes. So protract in the shoulders. Press your left thigh up to the sky. Draw your right knee in. Point your toes behind. Slowly lower it back down. 1, 2. I think we can do 5. Press and lift. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring the knee down. Right hand stays down. Curl, return to the big toe edge of your left foot to come into this supported Vashisthasana or supported side plank. So I'm going to turn this way so you can see my face. So if you feel unbalanced, take that right foot behind you. So you're more of a tripod. Reach the arms up. You can stay here. Or you're going to lift this left leg. So we're strengthening through the outer left hip. You're just going to bring it down and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. 5 more. Down and lift. Down and lift. 2 and 1. Good. Slowly release. Bring the hands down. Both knees come down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes. Sit bones go back. Down dog. Nice work. Left side, left leg left. Open up the hip. If you played with the wild thing, you'll drop the foot all the way over. Otherwise, just kind of play in that realm of dropping the knee down to find more of a lateral stretch. Good, you're gonna square the hips. First stop is the warrior 2. You're just gonna flow through it. Warrior 2. To the reverse. Good, come back to center. Parallel the feet. Heels come in. Drop into the goddess. Low belly draws in. Hands can come to the thigh. Right, start to feel the tailbone draw forward. Wrap your fingertips to the inner knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop your right shoulder towards the left side of your mat or the left knee. Breathe. 3 breaths. Kind of feel that right scapula going into the back body, opening up even in the front of the chest. Press down through the heels, come back to center. Exhale, go to the other side. Breathe into that space, low belly in. Good, back to center. And then just go back and forth a couple of times. Kind of play with it. Ooh. Something's like, ooh, it needs me. Give it the breath. Good. Once you're balanced, come back to center. Take the feet wide. Maybe even a little wider than you feel comfortable with. And as you do that, draw the navel in. Try to find that cat in the low back. Right? It'll help. So if you're just kind of sinking, you're dropping into the joints here, kind of making space into the joints, and then melt from that space. Good. You'll come halfway up. We'll go back to where that left foot was forward, the right knee comes down. And you're gonna shift back and forth. Just kind of play with a little more depth. If you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. Just kind of get some lubrication into the hip flexors before we go into that IT work and that core work. Good. And then you're coming back, starting in table. Knees slightly behind. This time the right leg is now the anchor. Right, so your right leg is in plank. You'll bring your left knee a little forward. Start to feel protraction in the shoulder blades, pat in the low back. We're doing it for 5. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull in, push into the hands. Slowly bring it back down. 4 more. Exhale, contract. Good. Keep that right leg really strong. Muscles hugging to the bone. And hug in and down. 2 more. Good. From here, opening up into a supported side plank. Breathe. So that left knee, if you want more challenge, keep it in line. If you want more stability, take it behind. Navel draws in and lift. From here, lift. Gently lower and lift and lower. Keep the abdominals engaged. 5 more. Really reach out through your right heel. Feel that long line of energy. Good. 1 more. And then exhale. Release. Knee comes down. Lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga to the ground. So bringing all of the aspects of everything we've done. Right? The arms straight. Starting to feel the shoulders draw over your wrists. Press into the fingertips. Elbows bend with control. Come on down. All right. Just make a pillow with your hands for a moment. You're going to breathe. So we're going to do back bending and twist together today because it's Wednesday. And we just had a beautiful full moon last night, some rains. So twists are really good after because we're going into that waning cycle. So start by bringing your right arm out. Depends. So the lower left shoulder work, neutral right at the shoulder. And then if you want to go deeper in the shoulder work, just be conscious of your shoulder. You can take it above the shoulder blade. Okay? So I'm going to bring it straight out. And then from here, I want you to start to take your left arm, same place, lift your chest a little bit, press your hands down, feel as though you're trying to hug the arm bones in, low belly draws in, and lift up through your left leg. All right, so here's your back bend. Feel the hands pressing in as an anchor. And then you're gonna rotate, start to bring your left foot and left leg over towards the right side of your mat. Now here's the fun part, right? So left neck stuff, you look to the left. For the full twist, you look to the right. You can be passive. Otherwise, we kind of want to get a little more active today. Really press, low belly draw in. Keep that essence of cat. And let's say, find that spot you're just going to commit to. The only thing that's making the movements is now your breath, okay? That deeper consciousness. and breathe for 4. Tailbone towards the back of the mat, shoulders away from the ears. Last 2. Good. Really slowly, don't rush out of this. Come out and let your head just drop comfortably someplace. Feel all that good juice in your low back and your spine. And then we'll do it on the other side. So from here, take your time, press the palms down. Lift your right leg as high as you can. Really reach out through the right foot. You're gonna look to the left, right, just to start. And if you need to, if that's too much for the neck, you look away. Otherwise, it's like you're trying to get your right foot to your left hand. Low belly draws in and breathe. Okay. This is one of those ones I really wish I could see you. Really important for us to find this kind of deep spinal rotation without hurting ourselves. So that core engagement, all that core engagement that we did today is really important to safely take you into these deeper twists. So 4 more breaths. Good. And then very slowly, don't rush. There's just something, feels healthier to come out slowly, especially afterwards in the body. Good. And then from here, on your belly, big breath in, hands come in line with your rib cage. Slowly shift back all the way into a child's pose. And let your chin tuck a little bit, kind of feeling that nice deep release of that twist. Good. And then gently roll on up. You can walk the hands forward, depending on your knees and your shins, just cross your shin. Come all the way over. Take the legs forward, bottom into the middle of the mat. Big breath, take the arms up. Just an easy forward fold. Especially after that twist, if it was really intense, take your legs a little wider so they don't have to be closer together. Never be afraid to make subtle shifts in your practice. That's how we grow, right? That's how you really find this fine tuning into the body. Breathe. And as we jump onto the side of the waning cycle, we're gonna let everything go. So nice deep inhale. Let the muscle engagement go, just kind of ragdoll. And this is very quickly become one of my favorite stretches in the morning because of its intensity. It always kind of tells me how much I'm holding on through the night. And it's always nice to come back to, and maybe in the afternoon, see if you're still kind of holding on to that residual stickiness. And let it go. And we're going to use the earth to come up. You can engage the legs a little bit. You can roll on up, bending the knees. Slowly take it back. Just take the next moment or two to get yourself ready for final relaxation. Maybe you want another more simple twist, hugging the knees in, happy baby. Maybe this kind of mashup of all of them. Yeah, the idea is finding some amount of like pleasure in the practice, especially as we go into this final relaxation. And then when you're ready, last deep breath in, hug the knees into your nose. And then lengthen out. Release the legs, the arms. Set yourself up for final relaxation. And if all goes well, wonderful Craig, I'm going to unmute. We'll give us some ambiance, deep, deep healing vibrations. I think, Craig, you might have to unmute yourself. Yeah. There it is. So lying on your back. Just drop into your breath. Drop in 4. Start to deepen your breath. Just pull in the vibes that you want to carry with you for the rest of the day. They're inside. It's all that you need to manage the ups and downs, the chaos, the calm. And then stretch into your space. And draw your knees into your chest. And just take the next moment or so to rise to a seated position. We'll bring the hands to the heart. We come together as individuals to nurture the nature within so we can balance with all the changes in nature around us. We twist, we turn, we build, we strengthen, we stretch, all to live from this place called our center. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Bow for your willingness to explore, to show up with grace and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you very much. You can send me emails, Natalie.yoga. My website has all the classes and signups for it. Thank you, Craig. So send me feedback how that sound. Is an experiment because I know we're not in the same space and the sound comes through differently. And yeah, so we're gonna kind of hopefully me and Craig can play together a little more. We'll let you know. Otherwise, I hope you're all being well. Hopefully the rain stopped, but we needed it. Enjoy this next phase as much as you can and be good. And I'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you, Natalie.
You're welcome, Vicki. Take care. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye, hon.
Bye. Oh, man.